When you think of a red barn, you think Old MacDonald had a farm. But what if that red barn was from hell? Today we're looking at Gideon's Falls as our Scary Story Spectacular continues. If you haven't read this one, this is a great psychological thriller with a supernatural aspect thrown into it. You got, I gave some away with the Red Barn, but we'll go into the first chapter so that you can see it as well. Definitely recommend this one. Look at this. Look how scary that is. Oh. So let's jump in and see how really scary a red barn can be. Okay guys, so let's jump into Gideon's Falls. Again, really good story. I picked this one because of the psychological aspect of it. It's definitely a psychological horror story that does have supernatural elements. So we're going to see the first chapter just so you can take a look. This here is Norton. He is a man who's obsessed with getting these pieces of wood, which you'll find out later what they're for. And it just kind of gives you a little bit of his story where he's living at. As you can see, it's kind of desolate, very lonely, solitary life, but he collects all these pieces of like wood and nails, and he sifts through garbage looking for them. And then it jumps over to our other main character, which is Father Williams, as you can see here. He's basically a Catholic priest who is sent over to Gideon's Falls to, take over from that church. Or sorry, Father Wilfred, not Williams, Wilfred. And you meet some of the characters. They set him up into the church. So it kind of jumps between both of them, the Father Wilfred and then Norton here with his psychologist. He's telling her about all these different, why he collects this. Like it's, like he knows that it's something it's important, but he doesn't know why. And how it's just like taking over his life, looking for these pieces of it's like wood or nails. He's like, oh, I'm in control. I know. It's but he's not. He's obsessed with it. And then you have here, look, so Father Norton, he's sleeping in the church, I guess, and he sees this guy. He's like, wake up! He'll notice I'm missing. Father Tom, is that you? So I guess it was the father beforehand. And so he chases him, and then when he finally sees it, you see the black barn. So the black barn is a major, I guess, focal point for the story. For both of these characters, because they're looking for it basically on both of them. Like this is Norton drawing it, and this is Father Norton either dreaming it, but when he finally wakes up, he sees that the lady who had helped him in earlier, if you remember, she's been like stabbed through her chest with her own claw. And so that's basically like the first chapter of Gideon's Fall. So it definitely sets up the supernatural aspect, the psychological aspect as well, with Norton being so obsessed with this pieces of this barn that he keeps finding, the father seeing this, as well as with the priest coming like that, looking freaky, and then of course the murder that happened there. So it's basically a really good first issue for a story that's you see these two characters intertwined, come together later on, and it's a really interesting story, guys. I would definitely suggest it if you like that sort of psychological story. Also, it's like a psychological, supernatural mystery, detective story kind of thing. Very, very grimy. As you can see, the artwork is like, it feels gritty. There we go. That's the word. Like you see how the black is not solid. It's like marks. So it definitely sets the tone for the whole story. And that's just the beginning of Gideon's Falls. I definitely recommend it if you want to, who's going on? What's the supernatural aspect? How are they connected? Why is Norton finding all this stuff, and what does Father Wilfred have to do with this as well? That all plays into the story. I'm not going to give too much away, but if you're interested in it, definitely get this book, Gideon's Falls, at Organic Price Books, guys. As you can see, the red barn. Now you know why this building. That's a red barn right there. That's the black barn. Get it at Organic Price Books, and I will see you guys in the next scary story.